Hey, everybody. How is everybody doing on this Wednesday? Hello. So I started a little bit early, like 50 seconds early. No big deal. I'm already late as crap anyways. The day is almost over, but we finally made it. How is everybody? Shar, hello. Good day. Tracy. Let's see. Who else? Nancy. And Nancy, I did see your email. I haven't had a chance to read it, but I did see it. I just haven't got to it yet, but I will. If it's important, tell me and I will check it during the stream if it pertains to anything we're talking about. Tracy, Marcel, hey baby. Joan, Kathy C. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Blessings to y'all too. Kay Cooper, welcome, baby. No worries. Okay, good. But I will get into it. I will check it out. So, good news. Plunder picked up the Xavier Harrelson case. That I was super happy about that. I gotta say, as far as this kid Xavier, man, I don't have like a good. I don't know, man. Something's awry. Something doesn't feel right. Joan, you've been depressed. Well, don't do that. Happiness should, try to pull yourself out of it if you can. I tell you what, trying to sit and just be, present with yourself, I think sometimes helps. Email me, Joan, though, if you need anything or if you just want to talk. Please, please, please feel free to email me anytime about anything. No worries. So, Kathy, hello. How is everybody? All right. So, I do have one today that I wanted to talk about. What's up, Chris Thorns? Hey, baby. Hey, Joy. Welcome. Yeah, we got some breaking stuff going on in Tennessee. I actually have the Amber Alert from Tennessee. And also, y'all, please, Chris Thorns, he has a channel. He talks about kid issues. So, please go check him out. Man, Chris, I was listening to you last night about Taylor Nicholson. I'm telling you, 110% on point. On point, man. On point. On point. Hey, Kara, welcome, baby. Yeah, Joan, please just email me if you need to. Joy, welcome, welcome. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I did want to talk. I want to bring this case to, which a lot of y'all probably know it. I talked about it Monday, and I said we were going to talk about it today. So let's do that. Let me read this article to y'all because I'm going to start talking about older cases too, which I've kind of always done that off and on. But we used to have like a Your Case Monday, but I've steered away from that, for whatever reason. But I want to bring you Emani Moss. I want to bring you her story. Hold on, Chris. Let me get back. What did you say, hon? Yeah, I'm in Tennessee. I sure am, honey. I am in Middle Tennessee. Yep. I am in Middle Tennessee. Let's see. I wanted to show y'all this. A lot of y'all are probably aware of it, but I just became aware of this baby story and I wanted to share it with y'all in case y'all haven't. And you know what? We should keep her memory alive. We should move for legislation. These baby stories matter. They endured this, so we can at least listen to their story. Who was Emani Moss? Witness in capital trial against stepmom described victim as Precious. So let me see if I can drop this down. Can I? Yes. Let's look at these pictures of this sweet baby. This story is awful. I actually watched the trial over the weekend and oh my God, look how precious this baby is. 10 years old. That's it. Oh my goodness. And the biggest, which they're all preventable. Of course, they're all preventable. But the biggest one with this was like the grandmother showed willingness and the dad in the trial was like, my pride. I knew she was probably better with my mom, but my pride trying to show my mom that I could do it. And ultimately, the dad spent the rest of his life in prison, not for murder of the child, but being complicit after the fact and not doing anything preventative. And really all this dad did was work. 2 shifts, it's no excuse, but he listened to his wife. I mean, he was all over the map, but this evil stepmother, she did this to this baby. But we're about to get into that in just a second. I just want to show y'all these pictures of this sweet baby who is no longer. These are pictures from the trial. Yeah, that whole trial was really something. The mother defended herself, and she got convicted, and now she's fixing to appeal. So we will be more than likely talking more about this case in the future because she is gearing up for an appeal. Okay, so let's go ahead and go down and jump into this. And anybody just joining, we are talking about Emani Moss. This is this case happened when 2003. No, she was born 2003. When did this happen? 2013, I want to say, but let me not. Well, this article is from 2018. The trial was in 2019, or maybe the trial was in 20. I thought it was in 2018. Maybe it's in 2019. Where did the actual win? Let me look really quick. Let's try to go there. 2007. Wow, I didn't think it was that old for some reason. No, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to skim. Let's just read. I'm pretty sure it's 2013 though. By all accounts, Emani Moss was, for most of her 10 years of her life, a bright, happy child. She was precious. It was a blessing to have her in the classroom. Lisa Neal, Emani's fourth grade teacher at Bethesda Elementary School, testified in trial against Emani's stepmother, Tiffany Moss, on Wednesday. She was a wonderful friend to every student, even a bully that she tried so hard to be friends with on a daily basis. How sweet is that? She even befriended the classroom bully, trying to make a difference. Born April 23rd, 2003, to a drug-addicted mother, the odds were stacked against Emani from her birth. But she had a grandmother, Robin Moss, who fought hard for the girl's well-being. She had an aunt, Sharonice Moss, who loved Emani. And she had a father, Emani Moss, who was sole custody of the girl since her infancy, protected her until he didn't. And that's just about exactly what happened. He protected her until he didn't. Emani first met Tiffany Moss, who is facing the death penalty. This is an old article. She did get convicted for allegedly starving the girl to death in 2007 at Freedom Christian Church, where Emani Moss would take his daughter often. From the moment they met at church, they got along. Sorry, I got a piece of hair in my eyeball. Over the next several years, Emani Moss and Tiffany Moss began a romantic relationship. They were married in 2009. Moss never indicated that she had an issue with Emani. Emani Moss said. Yet less than a year after the wedding, in March 2010, Moss beat Emani. Tiffany Moss beat Emani. Moss admitted to striking Emani with a brown leather belt. Emani described it for not doing her homework. Is this the new potty training excuse? Let's see. Moss said that she thought it was only 3 times, but no, it was severe. She was on probation, which they might get into all this, for 5 years. She lost her job. Like it was a serious child abuse. After Moss pled guilty to beating Emani, the then 6-year-old was taken out of the Moss's home, and placed with Robin, the grandmother, where she flourished. When she was with me, everything was improving. Her grades, her actions, she was doing just awesome. I know when she came back with me, everything calmed back down in her life. At the conclusion of those 6 months in the fall of 2010, Robin Moss said the Georgia Division of Family and Children's Services returned her granddaughter Tiffany to Tiffany and Emani Moss, something Robin Moss tried to fight. Emani Moss testified, admitting that Emani should have remained with her grandmother. In my pride, I was trying to prove something to my mom that I could do it. And I said no to her request that Emani live with her. Despite being returned to her father and stepmother's home, from which she tried to run away multiple times, which it reminds me of that one, the running away and the pleading and reaching out for help. What was that one how, I'll think of it in a second, but it reminds me of that one. Emani performed and behaved well in school, said Neil, who was Emani's teacher during the 2012-2013 school year. Emani had the most beautiful smile, and that was all, and I'll always remember that about her. She said through her tears on Wednesday, she was so precious. School was her safe place. She was always smiling. And I see that too. A lot of these kids, they just can't wait to get to school. They talk to the teacher. And in a lot of ways, everybody in a way kind of knows about what's going on to a degree, or they at least know something's not right. Once the 2012-2013 school year concluded, Moss and her husband announced their intentions to remove Emani from public schools and instead homeschool her. Sharonese Moss testified Wednesday she objected to that, at one point calling DCFS to intervene. The state agency did not. It made no sense to me because they had two small children. It just had made no sense to take her out of school and homeschool her, Sharonese Moss said. Then, not to mention the situation from Mother's Day 2013, when Emani didn't look like herself. Something was not right. Cause of death, starvation, manner of death, homicide. Though Emani had always been a lean child, as Moss allegedly began to starve the girl, she grew thinner and thinner. By the time she died in October 2013, Emani weighed 32 pounds. 10 years old, 32 pounds. My 6-year-old weighs more than that. Was more or less skin and bones. Oregon State Medical Examiner Michelle Stauffenberg, who in 2013 served as a fill-in medical examiner for Gwinnett and performed Emani's autopsy, she was extremely thin and emaciated. I was thinking about what I'm about to have to go into, and it's pretty damn disturbing. She was extremely thin and emaciated. Those who are just joining, welcome to the stream. We're going to get into the other stories. Right now we're talking about Emani Moss. This case happened in 2013, and we are just telling her story. Most of y'all know it, but some of y'all don't, and we're just sharing her story. Based on her weight and the loss of muscle mass, and the fact that her organs were so small compared to the normal charge, I was able to conclude from that she had died from starvation. The manner of death, homicide. Though Stauffenberg could not give an exact time frame of how long Emani was starved before she died, she said the process would have been painful. The first thing that would happen in the early stages is Emani would experience hunger pains. She would probably feel hungry. She would be asking for food, looking for food, craving food. Following that, the next steps would apathy, fatigue. I think I said that right. Not able to do her usual activities. From there, she would become more and more listless. I think I said that right. Eventually lethargic, mental status changes. She wouldn't feel like moving around much. She wouldn't have much energy. She would be extreme. There would be extreme weight loss that would be visible, and then finally death. That weight loss was apparent in the autopsy. I'm going to say this too. I don't know if they're going to talk about it in this, but in the trial, the investigators, pictures of food in every cabinet, in the refrigerator, there was food in that house. For Tiffany's children, not for this sweet baby. It's a special place in hell, man. Her weight loss was apparent in the autopsy photos prosecutors showed the jury Friday afternoon. The site, several jurors had to turn away from. Though the jury as a whole had showed little outward expression in the first 2.5 days of trial, as the photos of Emani's emaciated body were projected on the courtroom television screen, one juror, then a second, began to cry. Several men put their heads down in their hands. Meanwhile, Tiffany Moss didn't even look up. Stauffenberg's testimony Friday afternoon concluded that the state's case saved its closing arguments, which would be money. Okay. In total, Gwinnett County Assistant District Attorney Lisa Jones called 18 witnesses to the stand. When trial opened Wednesday morning, she declined to give an open statement. That would be Moss. She then politely refused to cross-examine any witness. She literally didn't do anything. That silence continued Friday afternoon after the state rested its case. Moss did not testify in defense, nor did she present any other defense, and rested her case in front of the jury shortly after 2 p.m. Let's see. The evidence in respect to this phase of the trial, ladies and gentlemen, is closed, he said to the jury. This is the judge. They're all matters. Okay, let me see. Oh, man. It didn't even tell. Hold on. Let me see something because I wanted to. Okay. Well, I guess I would just tell y'all because I thought it was going to have it in here and it did not. So this is what ends up happening to this sweet, precious baby. Dad's always at work, always at work, always at work. Tiffany's always calling Iman. Imani's done this. Imani's done that. Imani's done this. Imani's done that. He literally would probably spend maybe 2 hours at home outside of sleep. You know, so he never was there. He left one job at 5 in the morning. He had another job that he had to be at 3. There was a small window of time. She was with this sweet baby all the time. Eventually, with the starving, she succumbed to her injuries. She calls him on at work and she says, well, hold on a second. Before this happened, she says something's not right. She's not responsive. He comes home. The baby's having seizures. He does not seek medical attention. You want to know why? Because Tiffany says don't. Tiffany says don't seek medical attention because I'll go to jail. I'm already on probation. I'm already on probation. You cannot turn me in. So he doesn't. We can't get her help. We can't go. We can't do any of this. So with it, they put her in the bathtub. Every day he comes in and he's feeding her with a spoon. He's trying to feed her. It's too late. And he said at one point that he was pretty much just trying to fix something that could not be reversed. In essence, is what he was saying. He didn't want his other 2 kids to get taken. He didn't want his wife to go to jail. God, I don't understand what goes through people's minds. So she's bad. There's probably like a 3 or 4 day period where, you know, he's feeding her when he has this 30-minute break before he has to leave to go to another job. He's in there with her, with Emani. She's defecating on herself. She's swallowing, but it's not helping. It's no improvement. She's unresponsive. She can't talk. But when she started having those seizures, when he saw her, that's when he should have acted. And it was probably too late then, if I had to guess. But he still should have done something. So it comes to where this sweet baby succumbs to her injuries. She calls Emani at work. He finishes out his shift. Well, she says, Emani's gone. Emani's gone. Finishes out his shift. He comes home. And she's cold to the touch. He knew immediately that she was deceased. He's like, we have to call police. We have to get her. No, we cannot. Tiffany says, no, we cannot. We can't do this. We have other children. Blech. So he doesn't. And in fact, they said, did you do, when they was questioning and he thought something might be wrong and she's always blaming stuff on his kid and he saw something was wrong with her. Even when he's testifying, the attorney says, what did you do to help your daughter? He said, absolutely nothing. That was his exact words. I did nothing. Absolutely nothing. She succumbs to her injuries. He comes home after his shift. They just lay her in her bed. She's just in her bed for, I think it's 3 days, 3 or 4 days. You know, at some point, they're like, we got to do something with this body. Rigor mortis has set in. They have to, because she's stiff, they have to, together, collectively, tie her up with duct tape, stick her in a trash can. Now, this was his theory. He was going to put her in a metal trash can and cremate her. He bought a regular trash can. He bought regular stuff. You know, it's like 1800 degrees. That's what cremation temperature. I mean, it's ridiculously hot. They go to a park. They try to cremate her. Nothing. They have to wait for the can to cool down. So they put the baby in his vehicle. Not even half charred, but, somewhat charred. He drives around with this kid in his truck for 2 days, going to work or whatever. What's Tiffany doing at the house? Carrying on like nothing. Carrying on like nothing. Watching TV, taking care of the other kids. At some point, the dad is like it's weighing on him. He can't do it. It's wrong. He's out of the frame. The minute he put that baby in there and he tried to cremate her, that's when the whole wheel started falling off. I wish it would have fell off with the first child abuse offense, where he knew that bitch was out of pocket for beating that kid like that. She beat her with the metal part of a belt. She had whelps and bruises and cuts. It was a bad case of child abuse. He should have been out then, but he wasn't. He calls a friend in the heat of a... Now, there's a lot of things in here. I'm trying to but there's a lot of things that happen, but I'm trying to give you the highlights. He calls a friend and he's like, can you meet me, man? I have something heavy. I need to talk to you. His friend's like, yeah, man, you don't sound right. He meets the friend in a park. They're driving around the park. He's like, Emani's dead. She's in the truck. She's in the truck. He's like, stop the car. Let me out. Let me out. And he's like, no, you have to turn this in. You have to turn this in. And that's what he does. He calls police. Some crazy story. He calls police. The police get there. They take him to jail. What is Tiffany? Well, first, before he even calls the police, he tells her, I'm turning us in. I'm turning us in. This has got to stop. She freaks out. She's like, no. So what does she do? She takes the other kids and she runs. But, yeah, they eventually get her, and that's what happened. This is this baby's story. And it's awful. And she was starved to death for nothing. Because she was a stepchild, really. A stepchild to the wrong person, apparently. All right. So, let me get back to it here. Hello, everybody. Lizard Tia. Let me just... April. Sean. Shortcake. AP. Just trying to say hi, see you I could see real quick. If I miss y'all, hello and welcome. Daisy. Let's see. Samantha, hello. Okay. All right, guys. So this was Miss Emani Moss's story. And God rest her sweet soul. We'll be looking for this stupid appeal. She won't get it. They're going to try to say she's crazy. How old were the other kids? Let's see. Hell, I can't even remember. Kara, now that you say, let me see if it says it in here. I don't even think it says it in here. Let me look it up. Let's see. Emani Moss. Let's see. And the two kids were his too, or Mr. Moss, Moss. Other children. Now, their names have been concealed, and their whereabouts have been concealed, and they are with family members. I do know that much, but okay, let's see. It said Emani Moss was a biological daughter to Mom Moss's stepmother, Tiffany Moss, shortly after they became married in 2010. Tiffany had 2 children of their own, a son and a daughter. Oh, here's one right here. It says they're siblings. Emani was a biological daughter of Emani Moss, a stepdaughter. Let's see. The court system has kept the identities of the children and their locations secret, as they should. However, we do know that they are safe in a happy place. Let me scroll down and see if I can see an age. Okay, let's see. Emani was the biological daughter of Emani Moss, a stepfather shortly. I'm trying to see. 3 and 1. Their ages, there was Emma and Tristyn, which I have an Emma. Emma and Tristyn, ages 3 and 1. So there's that. Yeah. 3 and 1 years old. Kara. So yeah. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. So there was 3 kids all together. I mean, isn't that an awful case? Yes, it kind of reminds me again. And what is the other case that I was thinking about? It was a girl. She was in a her and her mom stayed in a homeless shelter. It was more like a camp, and the janitor wound up leaving with her. Y'all, I know y'all know that case, but he was charged. He ended up killing his wife. He killed the baby. What was that case? We talked about it just not long ago. Okay. Hey, Deb. Welcome, baby. All right. So, God rest her soul. Isn't that an awful story? I wanted to bring it to y'all because I just learned about it this past weekend. All right. Let's hop into this next one. Let's look at this. And Chris, I didn't see what you said about Tennessee, if it, relates. But, yeah, I am in Tennessee. So I didn't hear your comment on it. Well, I didn't see it. I guess, of course, I didn't hear it. Let's see. Let's do this Amber Alert. Let's see what's going on with it. Let's read this article. Look at this baby. She's like, ah. Oh, my God. I love her face. What a sweetheart. Oh, my goodness. Let's check out this Amber Alert. What a sweet baby she is. Let's see. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has issued an Amber Alert for missing 5-year-old girl out of Hawkins County. The alert was upgraded to an endangered child alert in effect for Summer Moon Utah Wells. That is quite a name there, little sweetie. Let's see. She was last seen wearing gray pants, a pink shirt, and was possibly barefoot. Summer Moon Utah Wells is described as standing 3 feet tall, 40 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. So, yeah, we're going to need some more context for this. Let me show y'all these pictures. What a little stinking sweetie. There's another one. Beautiful, man. And that is just her being a kid. Let me see. Let me get back to y'all. I want to see if I can find out some more info on this. Let me pull up the A Ranger. Welcome, baby. Let's see. Let me pull up because I did see some info. Let me see. All right, here. All right, let's look at this one. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. And welcome everybody. Let's see. You saw a TikTok the mom posted. Some say she's in battling conditions. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to get y'all. It's already started playing.
Breaking news now. Officials are holding a media briefing about the Amber Alert we just told you about.
This is
for
brand
the
new.
missing 5-year-old. Her name is Summer Wells. Let's go on now to live coverage with the TBI.
Investigation by 19 different agencies. Last night, we had approximately 60 to 80 people searching in the woods, with a number of law enforcement officers doing the investigation also. Today, we've had over 100 people in the woods searching throughout the whole region.
Hey, Broken.
We also have agents with the TBI and the FBI assisting my office. We jointly investigating this whole circumstance. Our main goal is to find Summer and find her safe. We have plenty of help. We don't need any assistance from the local people. We have the professional people out searching, and we just appreciate everybody, their contributions. It's been a tremendous outpour from the community with the water, the food, and the snacks. It's just overwhelming, and it's a very intense investigation. I know the public needs to know things, but it's ongoing, and we will release things as we can when we can. Our main goal right now is to find
maybe. I think that's fair.
A couple of questions, but keep in mind we can't discuss specifics of the investigation. Can you talk about the area back here?
Absolutely. It's very dense. The terrain is tremendously hard. We have virtually no cell phone service. The radio.
So I'm gonna let this play, but I want to know, did he say anything else? Probably not. He probably didn't say too much else, but you can't just say she's missing but endangered. So but there's an Amber Alert. So what, you know what I mean? So is there a car? You know, like what the hell is going on? You know, you can't talk about it, but context, I mean, how did she become missing? That's really kind of important. At least to me, there's an Amber Alert, which lets me know there's probably a car, but now it's an endangered child alert. So is there not a car? Like, I don't know.
Systems we use, which is not that good. We have very little radio communication. We do have several command posts that.
I agree, Joy.
But what makes it so hard is the communication between the boots on the ground, searching the woods, and the different agencies and officers. And
cell service.
It's very hard to
It's awful in Tennessee, a lot of places.
You know, we're not like, you know, we're in these small towns or in towns where you got a lot of cell service. And,
that's true.
And just for instance, when we get texts from the media, you may text and we may get it an hour later, and we have no way to reply to it. And the
that's
same
true.
way with officers and the ECOM Central Dispatch has done an excellent job. TPI.
I agree. Hey, lady, the lady is a champ. Hey,
we're gonna continue on.
I don't know.
Fine summer and.
I don't know, sweetie. Welcome, though.
Do you believe there was foul play involved, and is there any history with this family?
The family are cooperating, and it's really too early to tell. We're still just basically just gathering information, and we're in the search.
Yeah, Broken. You did, honey. Really?
Sure. After the initial
lady,
search,
I did
and
see
as
that.
we developed more information as part of the investigation, our team made the decision to elevate the alert to an amber.
And what difference
An endangered child alert is a mid-level alert where a child could potentially be in danger. An amber alert is, we issue those when we believe a child is in imminent danger of bodily harm.
Unless she had cancer
and it's the most
treatment.
severe alert.
Maybe. I agree, though, lady. It is disturbing.
It appeared to me that she walked away from the home. Why was it upgraded to an amber?
She said it appeared to me that she walked away from the home. What was that part?
Well, the bottom line is we don't know where she is at this time. Again, there was the initial search. We acted, and the sheriff's office acted on the information available at the time. And as we learned more in the first several hours into today,
Kayla, do you have a link?
It led us to issue an amber alert.
Can you send me a link to that specific TikTok page?
You said there was new information that led you to believe that someone might be in more danger. Can you expand on that a little bit?
I can't. That's part of the investigation.
Come on. Hold on. I want to go back a second. That reporter said something. Let's see.
We acted, and the sheriff's office acted. Danger of bodily harm or death, and it's the most severe alert.
It's the most severe alert.
It appeared to me that she walked away from the home. Why was it upgraded to an amber?
It says it appears to me she walked away to her home. Why was it upgraded?
Well, the bottom line is we don't know where she is at this time.
You don't just go around willy-nilly upgrading them. I cover too many of these damn stories. And in Tennessee, they don't do that. They did it for a reason. So she's mixing. She's just playing, fluffy right there.
Search. We acted, and the sheriff's office acted on the information available at the time. And as we learned more in the first several
Browns,
hours into
welcome,
today,
baby.
it led us to issue an amber alert.
Well, when the amber alert was issued, you said there was.
You know what though? I will say this, and I haven't done it. Because I'm a freaking grown up. But there are some people. I'm from Tennessee, lived here my whole life. I know if a kid has a bad case of head lice or something, whether it's a girl or a boy, I have seen shitty parents shave their kids' entire head. Girls. Now, I don't mind a boy, whatever. But shaving a little girl or hair, but that could be a reason why her head was shaved. It could be head lice also. And just a quick way to make sure you get rid of it if it was an infestation. I don't know that, but y'all are talking about the head being shaved. So it could be that. It really could be something like that. Maybe she cut her hair all jacked up and it couldn't be salvaged. I don't know. But that I was just thinking that could be a reason why it may have been shaved. I don't know.
Information that led you to believe that someone might be in more danger. Can you expand on that a little bit?
I can't. That's part of the investigation.
Sheriff Lawson mentioned earlier that he's asking.
Yep, lady. Yep, that's what I was just saying.
What's your message for the community that they feel like they want to help in some regard? How can they help it?
If they see something or know something, they need to tell somebody. That's the biggest thing.
Just don't text it because they won't get it.
They want to reply to us or respond anonymously, that's fine, as long as we find somebody. That's the main thing right now. And we're talking about the Amber Alert. When they raise that up another level, that helps more people paying more attention. You get more clues, you get more calls, and then everybody can call that 1-800-TBI find, and it all goes into a database, which helps us. And
yeah, I
we
know,
don't have a
Jenny.
lot of communication anyway, so TBI helps us with that.
The FBI was called in fairly early. Can you kind of explain why that decision was made?
Yeah.
Well, we have an excellent relationship working together, and just like this case stands outside of Hawkins County, then you have the TBI to help with that. But if it expands,
good relationship, my ass. There's a reason y'all increased it.
We're all on the same page, and we just keep on going. We're just working together.
I digress.
All have the same goal. Let's find Summer.
One more question.
Could you expand on maybe just the area where you guys are searching? Maybe if people see something in a certain area, they should be on the heightened alert if they're in a certain area or part of town.
Sure. Can you expand on the area?
Well, the train and stuff is like you see here. This is what the people are searching in. But if they seen something yesterday evening, or
Joy, exactly.
That we need to know, that's when they need to make the call. Or
yeah, I agree, Browns.
Kind of landmarks and sort of an area you're sort of
just around Ben Hill Road in that area. That's the main, because she's 5 years old and she left the house, and evidently she got a little farther than they expected.
Hey, Joan, 1,010%. I mean, it's better. I have seen 2 cases of kids dying from head lice too. I'm not saying, and if it's so bad, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have my own theories about it. And if it's a bad case, but it's nor here nor there. But yeah, it is better than the kid dying from it. But honest to God, how bad is it if the kid dies from head lice? I mean, really? Really? I want to hear this part.
Yesterday evening or afternoon that we need to know, that's when they need to make the call or come by the command post.
Kind of landmarks and sort of an area you're sort of
just around Ben Hill Road in that area.
Says something.
That's the main, because she's 5 years old and she left the house, and evidently she got a little farther than they expected.
She's 5 years old. She left the house, and evidently she got a little further than they expected. So there's kind of,
Yeah, how much territory your volunteers or your searchers are covering?
A lot. We have so many out there that they've broadened the scope.
I will say this, though, at least in Tennessee, like with Joe Clyde and Evelyn, I mean, people, they kind of do pull together different counties, and they'll get on buses, they'll go to the location. So I will say in Tennessee, at least county to county, they do seem to kind of band together.
Plus, we've been able to utilize aircraft. THP's been wonderful with their helicopter and the medical helicopters with THP's FLIR at night. They've been flying today, and it's just outstanding how the community's come to help us, plus all the different resource agencies and the rescue squads and EMSs and all the law enforcement. And we just hope that we have a great result when we find Summer.
Have you gotten any leads?
At this time, we're following up on any and all leads. Again, thank you for being here. We encourage the public to call in any credible information to 1-800-TBI-FIND, and we continue to hold.
Y'all probably, if any of y'all follow Evelyn Boswell, y'all probably recognize her. She works with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and man, she said credible. Y'all remember Evelyn Boswell, 1,000 tips. The baby was dead for 4 months, Okay, so let me go and see sending a pic from others. Okay, let me go check. And I want to leave a picture of this sweet baby up here. Y'all want to let me go back and do this real quick. And I'm going to try to see if I can pull up more information.
Without hope for the best possible outcome.
Over 100 people in the woods searching throughout the whole region. We also have agents with the TBI and the FBI
Oh
assisting
my
my office.
goodness.
We jointly investigating this whole circumstance. Our main goal is to find Summer and find her safe. We have plenty of help. We don't need any assistance from the local people. We have the professional people out searching, and we just appreciate everybody, their contributions. It's been a tremendous outpour from the community.
Her hair
with
sure does
the water,
look
the
shaved.
food, and the snacks. It's just overwhelming, and it's very intense investigation. I know the public needs to know things, but it's ongoing. And
Hey,
we'll release things as we can.
Radmilia, did I say that right? I hope so. Welcome, baby.
Our main goal
see.
right now is to find
Clean
Summer.
your house and fumigate. Sending pics from her mother's
Keep in
Facebook page.
mind,
Okay,
we can't,
here.
discuss
I'm going to show y'all these
specifics of the
pictures
investigation.
that I just got. Let me see. FBI was there quick. Yeah, I agree. Okay, and thank you for sending this to me. I think I may have seen it, but I didn't save it. And I can, as long as there's no music. I don't mind showing the moms. Oh, welcome from Australia. That makes me so stinking happy. I love seeing all the different pages. Okay, or the different support from all around. I wish I could zoom this in some kind of way. Yeah, she does. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. I'm going to zoom the picture in. So give me 1 second. Okay. Let me see. Wonder if it will. Hold on. I'm trying to pull this up. Hold on. Let me do this. All right. Give me one. I'm trying to pull up this picture. I want to zoom it in so y'all can see. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. I want to zoom this picture because, yeah, she's definitely had her head shaved for sure. Okay. Well, why is it not popping up? Let's just do this. Forget it. I'll just share the entire screen. I'm over it. All right. Yeah, her hair's definitely been cut. Yeah. Oh, look at the background. Holy shit. That baby is the best thing about that place, man. What the crap? Oh my God, man. That doesn't, man. Whatever, dude. Candace Wells. We're about to go check Miss Candace Wells in a minute. Well, I'm going to after I get off of here. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is bad. That's bad. Okay, I'm trying to see y'all's. Thank you for the links in there. Let's see. I don't have a good feeling either. Husband's been arrested for domestic violence. Yeah, makes sense. She does look tiny. All family has head shaved, it seems. The whole family? Oh, yeah. So either they're an Aryan nation or something, or it's head lice. There's no reason a whole family shaves their head. Oh, wow. Yeah, lady. I totally see what you're saying now. Holy shnikes. County dump looks cleaner. Maybe for drug testing. Yeah. Brown's Mermaid. That's a great point. That's a great point. People will totally shave their head to avoid a hair follicle test. Yeah. Yeah. I guess there are a few. Hey, 10, why do I always want to say your name wrong? 10 and Q. Man, why this isn't looking good at all. I agree. Hey, Gil, welcome, baby. No, it doesn't look good. Let me see. Holy crap. Let's look at this official Amber Alert, because for some reason I thought it had more context to, what the hell's really going on. Let me look at the missing. Let me look at the official, missing kids. Here we go. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Let's see. So she's an endangered child alert, but they keep saying Amber Alert. So let's see if I can even find her in Amber Alert. Endangered. Well, hold on. That's a farce. Okay. Hey, Danny Lance, welcome. What a cute baby girl prank. I know. She's a freaking doll baby. All right. Let me see. I want to go see if I can see this actual. Let me go. What is that? Candace Wells. Let me just go see something. Oh, okay, Kara. I see you sent me something. Hold on. Let me see. I'll look at it in just a second. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, and even her background picture, she's got her head shaved. It has to be something. Hold on, let me get back here to where y'all. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. You sent another screenshot. Okay. Now, we're peaceful over here, so I definitely don't expect anybody that follows this channel or watches this channel or supports me. We don't do violence. We don't do craziness. Do not go to this woman's Facebook page in the name of Bieber. So this is one of the pictures, and the mom's posted. Let's see. She updated her cover photo. There's another picture. So that little baby seems to be bald as well. Yeah, the whole family does seem kind of bald. It probably was head lice. I mean, really and truly. More than likely. If I had to guess, that's probably exactly what it was. Oh, how gorgeous that face. Yeah. Yeah, man. God, I hope this kid's okay. You know what? And there could be like maybe they're just rough family. Maybe they just go in the woods and they stay gone until nighttime. Maybe it's something like that. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me see these screenshots you sent me. So are they okay for me to read on the channel? Hold on, Kara. Let me see. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to just make sure these screenshots, I want to make sure I can read them. Let me see. Oh, this is just about the dad's. Let me see. Okay. So that's just about the dad. Okay. Well, guys, I don't see anything else. They're okay. Are they just about the dad, or are they anything about the daughter? Let's see. Or instead of haircuts, mom needs them nails done. Yeah. Well, a lot of times if people are poor like that, they don't have money for nails and stuff. Now, sometimes they do, and they'll be all flashy, but a lot of times they just run ragged like everybody else, so, or not like everybody else, but they all had I don't know, guys. This is not great. Says family members were scared. Oh, we're scared. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's look at them. All right, let's see. of the dad. So let me see. Okay. Let me make sure y'all are looking at what I'm looking at. Y'all probably ain't gonna be able to see it super well, but I'm gonna read it anyways. So, because the screen is small. So, but I will read it to y'all. Let me see. It says, victim's husband left. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Donald Wells of Rogerville was arrested for domestic assault. Now, this is baby Summer's dad. Was arrested for domestic assault, possession of a handgun while under the influence, unlawful possession of a weapon by Deputy Severly. I can't talk. In his report, Deputy Severly says that when he responded to the report of domestic with assault, he observed a white GMC Sonoma pulling onto Beach Creek Road. He identified the driver as Wells. Deputies proceeded to the scene and spoke to the victim and two witnesses who say that the victim's husband left in a white Sonoma shortly after. Deputy Winter noticed a white truck coming back to the driveway. Deputy reports that family members feared the return of Wells and claimed that there was a firearm in the vehicle. It says victim's husband left in a white Sonoma shortly after deputy. Oh, okay, hold on. Just read that. Wells was detained during the felony stop in the driveway where he was determined to have a strong odor of alcohol. He was stumbling when he was picked up off the ground. He stated that there was a black powder pistol in the glove box. The vehicle. Wells reportedly went on to say that he has a felony of charges in Utah and had been drinking. A firearm was located in the vehicle. Wells was arrested on the above charges. So, you know, there's that. Wow. I don't know, guys. It doesn't sound good. It does not sound good. Yeah, this was old, right? This was old. The dad's, it wasn't too old, but apparently it was older. That happened before she went missing. Yeah, it is a mess. It does seem like a mess. All right, real quick, I'm going to see if there's been any more come up about little baby Summer. Rogersville. I'm trying to even think of how the hell far Rogersville is away from me. I have no clue. Let's see, Summer. But I think Evelyn Boswell and Joe Clyde shook up the whole state of Tennessee, so I don't imagine they're going to be fooling around. Let's see. That was 6 hours ago. Oh, here's some more pictures of this baby. Search continues. Let me see. Yeah, here's another picture of the baby. I mean, she's not looking all... Here, let's look at this one. We're going to watch this one, then I'm going to move on. Around Knoxville. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm about 3.5 hours from Knoxville. All right. Yeah, I don't have a great feeling about it either.
Be another 250 today.
Well, thank you. I'd like to thank you and your wife for allowing
you're
us
so
to
welcome.
be here. I did not expect this today.
Thank you, Roy. We appreciate it.
Breaking news now. Officials are holding a media briefing about the Amber Alert we just told you
guess
about.
this is it.
For the missing 5-year-old.
I'm going to let it play a little bit.
Doing an investigation
and then we're going to move on.
Today,
so this is it. This is the last thing that's come out officially, should I say. I'm going to do some sleuthing later. Yeah, I know, right?
CBI and the FBI assisting my office. We jointly investigating this whole circumstance.
Yeah, there's several pictures of the shaved head with her.
Is to find
it's weird.
Summer,
it's probably headlights, though.
Find her safe. We have plenty of help. We don't need any assistance from the local people. We have the professional people out searching.
And you know what, though? If they thought she was really off on foot, why?
It's been a tremendous outpour.
Okay, lady, I will. You know,
with the water, the food, and the snacks, it's just
why don't they need help?
And,
you can cover more ground with more people. I think they know something else.
The public needs to know things, but it's ongoing, and we will release things as we can when we can. But our main goal right now is to find Summer.
We'll take a couple of questions, but keep in mind we can't discuss specifics of the investigation.
Can you talk about the area back here and how the
Absolutely.
what it looks like?
I'm not sure, Joy.
It's very dense. The terrain is tremendously hard. We have virtually no cell phone service. The radio system we use, which is not that good, we have very little radio communication. We do have several command posts setting up, but what makes it so hard is the communication between the boots on the ground, searching the woods, and different agencies and officers, and it's very hard to communicate. And we're not like we're in these small towns or in towns where you got a lot of cell service, and just for instance, when we get texts from media, you may text and we may get it an hour later, and we have no way to reply to it. And the same way with the officers, and the ECOM Central Dispatch has done an excellent job. TBI has their command post. It should arrive soon, and we're going to continue on until we find Summer and put this case to rest.
Do you believe there was foul play involved, and is there any history with the family?
The family are cooperating, and it's really too early to tell. We're still just.
If she's used to walking barefoot, Tracy,
and we're in the search
she could.
mode right now.
Her feet would be tough. I grew up in doing that. Me too.
Sure. After the initial search and as we developed more information as part of the investigation, our team made the decision to elevate the alert to an amber.
And what's the difference between those two?
An endangered child alert is a mid-level alert where a child could potentially be in danger. An amber alert is, we issue those when we believe a child is in imminent danger of bodily harm or death, and it's the most severe alert.
It appeared to me that she walked away from the home. Why was it upgraded to an amber? Clarify that.
Well, the bottom line is we don't know where she is at this time. Again, there was the initial search. We acted, and the sheriff's office acted on the information available at the time. And as we learned more in the first several hours into today, it led us to issue an amber alert.
22 hours.
When the amber alert was issued, you said there was new information that led
Hey,
you to believe
English.
that Summer might be in more danger. Can you expand on that a little bit?
I can't. That's part of the investigation.
Sheriff also mentioned earlier that he's asking community folks that if you have enough resources here, what's your message to the community that they feel like they want to help in some regard? How can they help in some?
If they see something or know something, they need to tell somebody. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people don't want to get involved. They want to reply to us or respond anonymously. That's fine, as long as we find Summer. That's the main thing right now. And we're talking about the Amber Alert. When they raise that up another level, that helps more people paying more attention. You get more clues, you get more calls, and then everybody can call that 1-800-TBI find, and it all goes into a database, which helps us in an area where we don't have a lot of communication anyway. So TBI helps us with that.
The FBI was called in fairly early. Can you kind of explain why that decision was made?
Well, we have an excellent relationship working together. And just like this case stems outside of Hawkins County, then you have the TBI to help with that. But if it expands on out past the state of Tennessee, then you got the FBI. So we're all on the same page, and we just keep on going. We're just working together as a team. All have the same goal. Let's find Summer.
One more question.
Could you expand on maybe just the area where you guys are searching? Maybe if people see something in a certain area, they should be on heightened alert if they're in a certain area or part of town.
Sure. Can you expand on the area?
Well, the terrain and stuff is like you see here. This is what people are searching in. But if they seen something yesterday evening or afternoon that we need to know, that's when they need to make the call or come by the command post.
Any kind of landmarks in sort of an area that you're searching?
Just around Ben Hill Road in that area. That's the main. Because she's 5 years old and she left the house And
She's
evidently
5 years
she got a
old.
little farther than they expected.
So that
Do you have
says
any idea how
you,
much
you know.
territory your volunteers or your searchers are covering?
A lot. We have so many out there that they've broadened the scope. Plus, we've been able to utilize aircraft. THP's been wonderful with their helicopter and the medical helicopters with THP's FLIR at night. They've been flying today, and it's just outstanding how the community's come to help us. Plus,
It drives me crazy because, like, so is it a discretionary thing? If I want to change it to an Amber Alert, it can be. There doesn't have to be a car. But then, is it both? Is it an endangered child? Is it an Amber Alert? Because there's very specific criteria for Amber Alerts. So what if they can? It's at the the authorities' discretion. So then we should see more Amber Alerts. We should see more of these endangered child alerts. I'm sure more info is going to come out, but they definitely seem like they're holding their cards pretty close.
all the different resource agencies and the rescue squads and
This
EMS.
press conference is probably
and all
just
law
like,
enforcement, and,
shut up, we're on it.
We just hope that we have a great result when we find the summer.
Have you gotten any leads?
At this time, we're following up on any and all leads.
Too much, Joy.
Again, thank you for being here. We encourage the public to call in any credible information to 1-800-TBI-FIND, and we continue to hold out hope for the best possible outcome. Thank you.
All right, you just heard live from the TBI. Big concern about a little girl who's missing at the center of an Amber Alert. Let's take another look at her picture. Her name is Summer Wells. She's 5 years old. She disappeared. Right now, they have no idea where she is, and the TBI says this is an intense investigation. They're releasing new information as soon as they get it. This is in the Hawkins County area. They say the search area is very dense. The family is cooperating. They say it's too early to tell if foul play was involved. If you see this little...
Okay. And this was at 4:09. It is 4, which they might, I don't know, that might be a different time zone than me. But here it's 4:32. So, I mean, this just came out. So, yeah. And it's humid as heck up here, which it may be cooler up at that part of the state. But I know Middle Tennessee, holy shit, it's been so humid and hot. Yeah, there's more to this with Miss Baby Summer. I noticed Utah is in her name, and whoa, that's close. Utah is in her name, and her dad, he said he had charges in Utah. I don't know, guys. I'm going to be digging more into this. Well, since we are talking about Tennessee, let me show you this horrible, shitty situation that happened. Yeah, this is pretty awful. Birth mother, 8-year-old. Hold on 1 second. Oh, God. Yeah, this is awful, guys. This is awful. All right. So, autopsy. Tennessee mother died of overdose in home. Baby son died of starvation and dehydration. And Kara, thank you for sending this one to me. I seen it other places too. Like, I instantly was mad. I was like, how do they know it was an accidental death? They were getting high, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, read it. They couldn't save the baby because the mother was deceased. Y'all are going to fall out. And I'm going to say this too. Kids being around overdosing parents is huge in Tennessee. Like, it's ridiculously common amongst junkies to be just overdosing in front of their children. They're lacing everything with fentanyl. Like, it's, man. Mother found dead with her infant son at Middle Tennessee home earlier this year. Died as a result of a drug overdose. Autopsy result released Monday show her 1-year-old son found strapped inside his car seat died of starvation and dehydration. Tiffany Spears, 32, and her son, Nicholas Crowder, was discovered dead February 9th in their Butler Road home in Portland, about 35 miles northeast of Nashville. Sumner County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to the residence of after a probation officer making a home visit observed an obvious medical emergency, according to the sheriff's office. An autopsy conducted February 10th by Davidson County Assistant Medical Examiner Emily Dennison shows Spears' cause of death to be acute combined drug toxicity from methamphetamine and fentanyl. They are lacing fentanyl. They are cutting drugs with this fentanyl shit. All drugs. It's insane what is going on now, man. Her 15-month-old son, Nicholas, died due to starvation and dehydration. So, the baby sit there strapped in a car seat, defenseless. Dennison ruled both their deaths accidental in nature. Sheriff's Office Major Tristyn Bailey said Spears' 3-year-old child who survived was also found inside the residence and treated at a local hospital as a precautionary measure. According to Spears' autopsy, the probation officer visited. My God, I can't, can you just imagine this freaking 3-year-old? According to Spears' autopsy, the probation officer visited the home and found the front door locked. When she looked in the window, she saw the 3-year-old child running around and saw Spears laying on the ground motionless. She dialed 911. An arriving deputy found Spears laying in the bathroom floor motionless with no obvious signs of trauma. Dennison wrote in her autopsy, according to Dennison, the woman had been dead for several days. Drug paraphernalia was found all in the home. It's just a damn wonder the 3-year-old didn't die. Her infant son was found strapped in his car seat in the floor of a bedroom in the home. It appears the descendant's sister tried to take care of the baby. So the 3-year-old is trying to take care of the baby, strapped into the car seat for several days, including eggshells. Dried eggs were found in and around the car seat. Damn it. I already knew this story. I don't know why I'm doing this again. It's awful, man. What the fuck are we doing to our youth? God, it's what the fuck, man? Unfucking real, dude. Thank you, Irish guy. I just like seeing this baby run around the house, oh God, obviously the baby was upset about her mom too. She's trying to help the baby. I'm sure she tried to get the baby out of the car seat, feeding her eggshells, God, dog, man. We have got to do fucking better, man. Man, it's awful, 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 awful. Your dope meant so much to you. You ain't smoking a little pot, dude. You're like, can I get the worst thing? Drug dealer, do you have some of that fentanyl lace stuff that really gets me going? You got some of that? I know the risks are high, but I'm a pro. Grow the fuck up. Go to a meeting. Do something. Grow up. Find God. Go to prison. Hand your kids to the damn safe haven and walk off a cliff. Anything is fucking better than what you're doing. Anything is better than that. Anything. Hopefully, this 3-year-old should be able to recover without these visual memories. Because the older she gets, the weight of what the kid lived through as she becomes an adult and she has to, relearn it or whatever. Or she will absolutely know what happened. It's not going to be a secret. Hopefully, she won't have the visuals to go along with the reality. My God, dude. Let's jump into this, B. And then we're going... Actually, let's talk about Melinda Davis. Those of y'all that have been with me for a while... God, dog, man. God, dog, that's awful. Gosh, dog, that's awful, man. Those of y'all that have been with me for a while, y'all know we've been covering this sweet Melinda Davis. Autopsy shows that she was brutally beaten. Neck was broken. Y'all remember this gorgeous face? We covered it extensively over here. This one's another one that just really got to me. They finally found her missing. She's been missing for, God, a month. It seemed like forever. The newly released autopsy report of Melinda Davis, 33, of Shelby. Now, this is out of Ohio. God grief. Whose body was found in the trunk of her car March 14th, shows she died of blunt force trauma to the head and upper body. Davis was reported missing. Now, listen, guys, I just need you to know this was an ex. She was going to get some of her belongings from a psychotic ex. She didn't think he was going to take her life. So listen, please, anybody ever watches or listens, exes are ex for a reason. You may need to get your stuff, but you don't need to go by yourself. My heart breaks for this whole family. She had 4 kids, man. Davis was reportedly missing February 25th. The autopsy report states that her nude body was found in the trunk of her Volkswagen Jetta after the vehicle was towed from Columbus apartment complex to Mansfield garage March 14th. Davis's ex-boyfriend, hold on. Okay, there we go. Davis's ex-boyfriend, John Henry Mack, 43, of Mansfield, was arrested on kidnapping charges and later charged with 17 counts. 17 counts of aggravated murder with the death penalty specifications, kidnapping, tampering with evidence. John Mack. Oh, yeah, I forgot his son. John Mack Jr. pleaded not guilty to all charges. Mack entered a plea of not guilty last month to all 17 counts. Let's see. Davis' autopsy was performed by the office of Kent E. Harshberger, Montgomery County coroner. The autopsy report obtained Monday by the News Journal stated that there was multiple blunt force injuries to Davis's head, neck, and evidence that she had been choked and that her body suffered overall bruising and contusions. So he just went nuts. The report said Davis's neck was broken, listing a cervical neck C7 right vertebrae, body fracture surrounding extravascular blood. God, dog, words are kicking my ass. There were multiple contused abrasions across Davis's body, according to the report, including her head, torso, upper, lower extremities, and legs. She suffered a brain hemorrhage. Oh, God. A cloth belt was found around Davis's left ankle and left wrist, had a ligature marking encircling it. The strong odor of bleach was detected coming from the body when the trunk was open, according to the document in the autopsy. Let's see. There is nothing in the autopsy that shows the killer used an object causing the fatal wounds. So him, with all of his straight anger, we're about to talk about another one that was engulfed with rage. The autopsy revealed that the deceased had died as a result of blunt force trauma to the head of body. I just read that. Mansfield attorneys appointed to represent Mack. Let me see. Retrial. So June 23rd. We're looking at this trial to start June 23rd. Blood found in search. Okay, well, we already covered all this extensively before. So there's that. Yeah, pure monster and pure evil. Hey, Mothership. Why they shaved the little girl's head for lice. Her hair was short and fine. Lice is easy to get. Girl, I don't know. I'm just saying that would be that some people do. It's awful. I'm not. No, I don't agree with it at all. But yeah, that could be a reason why, or it could not be. You know, maybe they didn't want to tend with the girl's hair. I don't know. But I do agree. It could have been a grown up and just took care of business. But so there's that. So let's hop into this one. And I know, and I had some people come for me in the comments, but you don't know. And she's just made a mistake and blah. And of course, I'm talking about Crystal Smith, Aiden Fucci's mother. You know, they got her with some tampering with evidence charge because she tried to wash the blood. And everybody's like, how, maybe she didn't know. Maybe this, maybe that. Well, she did know. And the dumbass was in an investigation room, right? Asking him what's on his clothes. Did they have any blood on his clothes? Y'all are going to fall the hell out. Y'all going to fall out. So we have more context to this charge. Everybody wants to say that I'm being irrational against this mom. No, it should not be your first response to cover up your son's murder. What did I watch another YouTuber? She's like, it's not like he flushed a dime, like she flushed a dime bag. And that's the truth. It's not like it's a minor little thing. It's not like it's a fender bender. He stabbed his girl 114 times. A 13-year-old girl stabbed 114 times. Ma'am, put on your big girl panties. Your son's a monster. You need to be making sure he gets what he needs so he can be prepared to spend the rest of his life in prison where he belongs because he's broken. You got to come to the conclusion, perhaps you might have played a part in this. You may not have. But that's your son. You don't cover up. God, what was she thinking? This is insanity, man. Yeah, oh, my God, this is nuts. The mother of Florida teenager accused of stabbing a schoolmate to death has been arrested, allegedly tampering with evidence in the case. Crystal Smith was taken into custody and booked for tampering with evidence Saturday. Now, this happened, I don't know when this one came out, but this one has more detailed information. And I didn't have time this morning, but I really need that arrest affidavit. Let's see, taken into custody and booked for tampering with evidence Saturday after she surrendered to authorities, according to a statement from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office obtained by Oxygen. Smith's 14-year-old son, Aiden Fucci, has been accused of fatally stabbing a 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey, and this was in Florida, and leaving her body near a retention pond not far from his home on Mother's Day. God, this poor Bailey family. Authorities say Bailey was stabbed 114 times. State authority R.J. Larissa, I guess is how you say it, who described the killing as horrific, premeditated, announced late last month that Fauci would be charged as an adult with first-degree murder in the slaying. He will not get the death penalty because he's a minor, but he is up to spend the rest of his life in prison as an adult, and I feel like that's probably the best choice. It's a little bit of some undoing that this kid has done. And I feel for this kid. I do. He didn't wake up. He wasn't born a monster. Not long after Bailey was reported missing by her family on the morning of May 9th, authorities learned that she may have been in contact with Fucci before she disappeared and went to his home to speak to him. According to an arrest warrant, Fauci allegedly offered a ride with deputies to show them where he had last seen Bailey before his story began to change. Now, this is where he is in the Snapchat with his peace fingers up talking about, has anybody seen Tristyn? Which is why he had his cell phone, because he wasn't under arrest. They were speaking with him. Which is when... Oh, God, just let me read. God, dude. Offer a ride with deputies to show them where he had last seen Bailey. before his story began to change, and he invoked his constitutional rights. Funny. Isn't that funny that a 14-year-old kid knew to invoke his rights? Boy, that seems awfully suspicious. After Fucci left with deputies, investigators said his mother was seen on surveillance footage from inside the home going into the teen's room around 12:55 p.m. and taking out a pair of his jeans, which he had allegedly been wearing in surveillance footage. In the morning, Bailey was killed. Now, it gets worse. I know y'all are like, but we already knew this. Well, I'm not done, because they have this lady, oh my God, not only do they have her on her own cameras in her own house, they got her in an interrogation room, specifically talking about these pants and what's on them. So she knew. She had an idea her son was capable of something like this. They had lived there only 6 months. Why? They was only there 6 months. This was, from my understanding, a $500,000 house. Like, there was it was nice, I think this kid has had problems. If I had to guess, I would say this kid has probably had problems where he used to live. Smith can be seen taking jeans to a nearby bathroom where she appeared to be scrubbing the jeans in the bathroom sink before taking them to her bedroom for a period of time. According to the warrant, she was seen on footage returning the jeans to Fucci's room around 1:28. A witness who had been in the home around that time earlier told investigators that Smith had showed a pair of damp jeans and asked if she could see anything on the jeans. She allegedly told the woman that she had washed the jeans and did not know whether there had been any blood on them or not. According to the court documents, a witness allegedly told Smith at the time that she could get in trouble for washing those jeans. I bet she was like, oh, I didn't even know, because I'm playing the part. Investigators said the jeans later tested positive for the presence of blood. The drain in the bathroom sink where Smith was seen washing, the jeans were also tested positive for blood. As the investigation into Bailey's disappearance continued, Fucci was taken to St. Johns County Sheriff's Office and placed into an interview room along with both of his parents. While the three sat in the interview room, authorities say Fucci's parents asked him about anything that would be on his clothes from the previous night. Fucci allegedly told his parents that he had been wearing blue jeans. When Smith, the mother, asked if he was sure nothing was on them, he replied, I think so. Why? And then Smith says, give him a questioning look, and then she whispers, blood. So please, everybody, spare me that this poor mom just made a rash, fast decision. No. Bailey's body was discovered near the retention pond later on in the evening of May 9th by the person helping in the search. She had been repeatedly stabbed, and the tip of a hunting knife believed to be the murder weapon was found inside the 13-year-old's, it says body, but it was her skull. So there's that. That's what I got, guys. That's what I got. That's why they got this mom with so much, that's why they come at her. They didn't make this up. They're just like, oh, we saw her through the window doing something. Oh, no. She knew exactly. He was 14, Kathy. Well, he is 14. And welcome, Kathy 117. We had two Kathys in here. Yeah, I know, right? He would have kept going. Yeah, exactly. He would have kept, man, straight rage. Why is this kid so mad? Why is he so angry? Why is he so angry? Yeah. So, yeah, guys, I mean, it's awful. My mother sat and picked lice and eggs out of my hair. So, yeah, mothership, that's what grown-ups do, Yeah, there is more to Summer's case. I agree. Hey, AP. Hello, Joanne. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even want to hear it. This story is awful. This mother does not get a pass with me. Giving all these freaking idiot parents passes is what the freaking problem is, okay? It's awful. They don't get passes. They don't deserve passes. Accept it, ma'am. Your son did something awful. I can't imagine what she's going through. I can't imagine that she wants it to stop. She wants to help her son. She wants to make it go away. But you don't become a criminal to do it. You don't. This poor family, this poor Bailey family, and you being the whole piece of white trash that you are, you just want to help him get rid of some shit. What an idiot. What an idiot. So, I stand behind everything I've said about this mom. She beyond made a bad decision. She tried to help her son get away with something so awful. It wasn't a little pot. It wasn't a little pack of gummy stole from the damn store. Get real. You know, I mean, you need to worry about what he's going to do. You know, is he going to be okay? You need to worry about this trial. You need to worry about his salvation. And you need to focus on making sure that he, you know, can at least like not be awful. You know, I don't know what you need to do, but helping him cover up a murder would not be in my top 5. Hey, Midnight, welcome, baby. Like you said, parents need to be held accountable. They do. Look at freaking Taylor Nicholson. Look at this new, and we probably will talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it. Everybody's talking about it, but I did see Samuel Olson's mother come out with her press conference. My heart breaks for her. It is exactly what they've been saying it is. She's been trying to get this damn kid back. She tried to do it the right way. Charge this father. Dalton needs to be charged. Dalton needs to be charged. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot. He committed a crime. And if he would have given that baby back instead of having all this pride, trying to be revenge, trying to be, you know, Mr. Parental Alienation guy, no, it's wrong. He's wrong, and his child suffered the ultimate cost. Cash Gernon, where is Cash and Carter's biological mother? The biological parents need to be held accountable. I'm sorry, they don't get a pass. Hey, baby doll, welcome. Yes, accountability. No, man. What is wrong with our youth right now is the adults leading them. Period. There is no gray area. Well, guys, I think that's all I got. Let's see. Dalton, he does not even accept in interviews anymore. He's completely guilty. Dude, I don't feel a bit of shit for Dalton. I feel awful for him because, I mean, of course. I can't imagine what he's going through. But he fucked up. He, like, beyond screwed up. Beyond. It meant more to you to get over on your baby mama than what's best for your son. What, I mean, you think he would have respected you keeping him away from his mother? Like, what was your end game exactly, Dalton? How far would you have played this out? You're going to keep, you know, address hopping. You're going to keep job hopping. You're going to keep being able to where nobody can pin you down to serve you with papers. What exactly was yours and Miss Balboa's end game? You going to all move into the same apartment and have a cuck fest? Like, exactly what was your end game, Dalton? You fucking idiot. Taylor Nicholson, what did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen when you leave your child with a monster? What about that wild video of him being the whole bitch that he is? I can't go back to prison. Tried to take the cop's gun. No, he didn't try. He did take the cop's gun. We got to start holding people accountable. We got to start holding people accountable. We got to start holding these parents accountable. Now, if Dalton, I'll say it right now, if Dalton did not know about anything wrong, if he did not know about the murder, if he did not know, I definitely am not saying he needs to spend his entire life in prison. He needs to go to prison for a few years. He needs to know that he kidnapped his child and he broke a law. He really broke a law. Like, he broke several laws. And this mother never got to say goodbye to her child. And what is the last thing she said? It's all going to work out. Everything is going to be okay. You tell me how many times she sits and thinks about how she lied to her son and everything was not okay. Even though the baby is with God, you know. But in her mind, I'm just trying to, you know, project. How would I, you know? I can't imagine. He was so blinded by the succubus Balboa. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, dude. I don't. Black hole women. She's a black hole woman. And she is a dime a dozen of black hole women in this world. You know, she's awful. She's evil. I love it when Chris calls her the Rocky Balboa. I think the roommates are more involved. Of course they are. And why haven't they been charged? You know what I mean? I'm so glad mine are grown, but now I'm scared with the grandbabies. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't have any grandbabies. And I have the 6-year-old, but my other son, he'll be 18 in a few months. So, yeah. I think there will be more charges coming. It is despicable, AP. But I digress. All right, guys. That's all I got. Thank y'all for joining me. I think that's it. I think that's all I had. I'm going to be checking more into this summer case. If anything breaks, I will let y'all know. Something's not right. Now, I will say this. We had an endangered child alert appear in the county that I live in a while back. Heck, I can't remember the sweet baby's name. But he was gone like 2 days. And they found him. He was roughing it out in the woods. He built up a makeshift tent out of a tarp he found in the woods. But he was fine. He was alive. 2 days. So scary, scary, scary. But he was alive. And being in the country, I guess sometimes it does work out to your advantage because he winged it. He made it work, you know. Prayerfully, that's what's going on this summer. She just ran off trying to get a little downtime and got lost, you know. I pray that's what happens and she's returned safely. All right, guys. I love y'all and I will see y'all Friday. Y'all have a good one. Love on your babies. And y'all need anything, email me. leaveittobeaver@gmail.com.